Walter White, a man struggling to redefine himself after a monumental shift in his life, finds that his past is not so easy to shake. He's adamant about leaving his criminal life behind and refuses to get back into the dangerous world of meth manufacturing. His resolve is tested when a routine traffic stop over a cracked windshield turns into a humiliating and infuriating ordeal. Walter, believing the damage is a result of debris from a recent plane crash, tries to reason with the officer. The officer, unmoved by Walter's explanation, issues a citation for the unsafe condition of the vehicle, leading to an explosive argument that ends with Walter being pepper sprayed and arrested. While charges are ultimately avoided thanks to the intervention of his brother-in-law Hank, the incident leaves Walter feeling humiliated and powerless. Hank, a DEA agent, is also grappling with his own case. The discovery of a burned-out truck littered with charred bodies near the US-Mexico border signals the brutal handiwork of a cartel. Hank is determined to uncover the truck's cargo and what led to this horrific scene, drawing him into an investigation that could have serious ramifications. Back home, the fallout from Walter's past choices continues to unravel his family. Skylar refuses to let him back into the house, her trust shattered. Walter Jr., confused and hurt by his mother's cold treatment of his father, abandons his nickname Flynn and insists on being called by his father's name, a poignant attempt to connect with Walter during this difficult time. Hank and his wife, Marie, convinced that Walter's actions stem from infidelity during his cancer treatment, are quick to judge, reinforcing their image of Walter as a failure and a cheater. Hank even states Walter's second cell phone was clearly used for an affair, believing his brother-in-law to be a classic underachiever who, facing his mortality, decided to sabotage his marriage. Meanwhile, Saul Goodman, Walter's opportunistic lawyer partner, sees the potential for Walter's return to the lucrative meth business. Saul works to manipulate Walter, painting a picture of Skylar's impossible situation if the truth is exposed and the family name is tarnished. He argues that her fear for the family, particularly the safety of her kids, will prevent her from going to the police. Walter, conflicted and desperate to be seen as something other than the villain, resists, stating he cannot be the bad guy. Unbeknownst to Walter, his life is in greater danger than he realizes, as the menacing Mexican cousins of a former drug kingpin, Tio, Mark Margolis, now residing in a nursing home, have discovered Walter's location. Adding fuel to the fire, Sal tasks his enforcer, Mike, with keeping an eye on Skylar, making sure she stays quiet while also bugging her house. Skylar, for her part, finds herself facing trouble at work after she refuses to sign off on Ted Benecki's suspicious accounting practices as it points to major financial fraud. Walter makes multiple attempts to reconcile with Skylar, bringing Walter Jr. home after he runs away to stay with his father, but Skylar remains steadfast in her refusal. As the pressure mounts, Walter moves back into the family home while Skylar is out with the kids. However, shortly after moving in, the two axe-wielding Mexican cousins enter the home ready to execute their revenge. Mike, watching from afar, is able to alert Gus Fring, who intervenes, calling off the cousins just moments before they reach Walter. Completely oblivious to how close he came to death, Walter remains in the shower, unaware of the danger he just barely escaped. Elsewhere, Jesse Pinkman seeks to reconnect with his roots, visits his childhood home only to find his parents have renovated it and put it up for sale. Their strained relationship is evident as his father coldly rejects his request for a simple dinner invitation. Desperate to reclaim his past, Jesse enlists Saul's help to purchase the property, using the $480,000 in cash that Saul has been safeguarding for him. However, Saul, knowing that the house was previously used as a meth lab, uses this knowledge to blackmail Jesse's parents into selling the property for only $400,000 instead of its $875,000 price tag.